what's your full name?
Gatsy here, Buckshot Prospector. I hope you're well and I hope life is treating you well. We're going to be doing something creative today. We're carving rocks. Now, some people ask me, is this artwork mine? Yes, it is. Most of this is all the stuff that I've done over the years. That's what I basically did for many, many years. And part of me doing that was also carving rocks. The reason why I got a minus right was not only to prospect, but also so I could take rocks from the creek and carve them. And then I kind of got obsessed with prospecting and kind of let it fall to the wayside. But we're going to try and do some today. I'll show you what gear I use to do all this. It's pretty basic. You've got to remind yourself you don't always need to have the best equipment to be able to create something amazing. It all comes down to your imagination and your time and effort put into making something. So don't hesitate to create something, because I encourage everybody to do something creative, because it's helping you develop your skills and to express yourself. So back to this. This is my carving station. Basically what I use are rotary tools. They have smaller handheld attachments. I've got one that's a plug-in one, and I've also got a battery pack operated one. These hand drills come with different tips that you can interchange. These are all diamond covered tips, so they have all different shapes, so you can shape things differently. For polishing I use Nova points, but I probably won't be using them today. You need a bench. I use a pan of water so I can keep on wetting the rocks and making sure that the water stays on these diamond tips, because if I don't, they'll wear down really quickly. I also use safety glasses and also a mask, just to be on the safe side. So yeah, we're gonna just play around, have a little bit of fun doing this and see what we make. When I carve rocks and art in general, I don't really have a set plan. I have a basic idea, but then I just kind of go with the flow and see what comes out. And that's what I do with any creative process. I don't like having a set plan. Faceting kind of has that, and there's a lack of expression in faceting that I really just find quite boring. And multiple people have probably done the same faceting cuts multiple times, so it's not very original. I'd rather be original than boring. Now I'm going to put my apron on, because I'd prefer to not get covered in dust, because this sometimes gets a bit dusty and you get a bit messy. And if I can prevent getting dust all over myself, that would be better. It's really essential that you wear safety glasses and a mask, because you don't want to get that dust into your lungs. It can cause silicosis, and yeah, hopefully this is good enough to prevent anything. I bought a new mask because the old one that I've had it for years, and when I was doing graffiti and airbrushing and things like that, I've had it for such a long time that it's just worn out completely, so I got a new one. Thanks a lot to you for watching my videos, because I was able to buy this and some of these other things as well, so thank you. Right, so I think the first one that I'll do is just this nice little bit of petrified wood. It's got some really nice patterning over it. I'll just go with the flow and see how it comes out. So I'm going to do a voiceover and put some music down over this, because yeah, you don't want to hear this how it sounds. It's pretty noisy and will be quite annoying to watch. So yeah, and I can't really talk with this thing on. So yeah. Basically when I start off, I just put some guiding lines in, just some rough ideas of what I can see on the rock. I constantly change over drill bits. This piece is just a straight barrel diamond piece. It helps me put holes into the piece. I always like putting holes in because it's kind of my signature, and I kind of like making alien looking pieces. If anyone's seen any artwork by H.R. Geiger, he's a massive inspiration for me. So I put 3 separate holes into this. I'll see how I go. I might just do one side of this design. I'm not too sure yet. Having the holes there, I'll be able to carve around these and kind of make them look like they weave into in and out of one another. I've also put an eye hole here so I can actually thread something through this later on. So what I'm basically doing is just putting down some core elements of the piece, so then I can work around them and see where it takes me, you know? I start adding more details into it, so I start cutting into the rock a fair bit, getting grooves into the rock, just to give it a bit more of a shape. Put deeper grooves into the piece and try and start working with the holes that I drilled into the stone. Changing over drill bits here and there. What I try to do is make the pieces look like they're weaved. So yeah, it's looking like it's got a bit more shape to it. I want to try and round it off a fair bit now and try and get some sort of shape to the outer edge. So I might need to get the diamond blade and cut a few things here and there, I'd say. With the diamond blade, I try and trim it down a fair bit, give it a bit more shape, whilst also smoothing out the edges so it's got less of a sharp edge to it. Then I start using a pointed drill bit just to get into those finer grooves and add finer details around the holes. I start making divots into the piece as well to continue on the holes that I've actually drilled through the stone. It adds an extra effect to how it looks. I mean, I could keep on going this for ages and just do really fine details, but I'm feeling not confident enough to do that just yet, so we'll leave this be for the time being. Right, this one's kind of speaking to me a bit. I can shape that around a fair bit. Starting on the next piece, I use the diamond blade just to shape the piece a bit, cut off some bits that I don't really need. Just to give it that kind of alien, sort of flamey kind of look, I guess you could say. Using the diamond blade is way quicker than the other blades because it just hacks into it and cuts off all the junk. Using the thinner barrel tip, I start carving into the rock a bit more, putting in holes and making grooves, working around those holes a bit more, and just slowly working with the actual grain of the petrified wood. The petrified wood's awesome to carve, it's like bone. I love the texture of it. I use a larger barrel tip for this, just to smooth down around the edges. just so it's not rough. And just to cut a bit more texture into it. Now I want to add a few more details into this, probably just a few more little sort of folds and little dots as well. Now I start adding a few more divots into the piece. Same sort of process. Every single piece is a little bit different and a bit more unique. That's the basic process. Yeah. Right. That's pretty much done. I didn't bother about doing the other side, but yeah. So hang like that. So I thought I'd just do 2 today because, you know, it's I've spent probably the last I'd say about 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half doing this. Yeah, it is a little bit time consuming, but the results are always good. So I'm going to turn these into necklaces, so I'll do all that and then you can see the final product. So we'll have a look at that now. So that was my first attempt at doing a carving video. I know it was a little bit rough. It's, yeah, the first time, so yeah. But I think the 2 little carvings actually worked out pretty well. I'll be doing a fair few more of these in the future because I really enjoyed actually carving a lot more, and it's a good way of breaking up things and sort of crossing over from doing prospecting and doing a few more creative things. So yeah. I hope you enjoyed it. I should mention that I got a package sent to me from Amanda Henderson. She's got a Facebook page called McLaren's Microgreens. Yeah, go over, check her page out. If you want to get any microgreens from her, I'll leave a link to her Facebook page down below. But yeah, I'll show you the picture of what she sent me. She sent me a whole bunch of wire to do wire wrapping with, and leather as well. Some cool beads and some picnic bars as well. So thank you very much for that, Amanda. It's going to come in really handy. So yeah, everyone go over, give us some support on her page, and yeah, if you want to get some microgreens, go over there. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will be seeing you in next couple of days, I'd say. So see ya!